Hey everyone, I'm back with my first video this year, and here's an unboxing of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. I opted for the cream color this time so I can have a bit of a contrast compared to my green S22 Ultra. Let's get to the unboxing. Once the box cover is removed, there's a thin cardboard cover over the phone itself, but Samsung made sure to leave cutouts for the cameras. Taking the cardboard cover off, now we can see how nice the cream color looks. We'll set the phone to the side for now and see what else is in the box. But if you're already familiar with phone unboxing these days, you can go ahead and skip ahead to me turning on the phone and showing hands-on how the phone looks. Alright, the phone is almost done booting. I really like the animation right before starting the phone setup. It looks really good. And here's how the S23 Ultra looks in hand. The flatter sides do feel much better than the rounder sides of the S22 Ultra. It's much nicer to hold. Here's a closer look at the cameras. They're a little bigger than last year's S22 Ultra and also have a metal ring around them, similar to how the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro looks. And now we have both the S22 and S23 Ultra side by side. There's only minor differences with the top and bottom parts of the phone, but you can really see how much flatter the sides are of the S23 Ultra. The feel in hand is so much better, and I'm glad Samsung chose to make this change. From the front, you really can't tell the difference between the two phones. Here's a side by side look of the cameras of both phones. If you're just quickly glancing at them, it's not easy to tell the difference between them. I'm pretty indifferent about the design, so to me, it's fine. What do you think of the design? Should Samsung have gone for a different design for the S23 Ultra? I would love to hear your thoughts, so let me know down in the comments below. Because I pre-ordered through Samsung, I had a $150 credit available, so I was able to get a couple cases and Samsung's new SmartThings station with the credit. If unboxing accessories don't interest you, go ahead and skip to the camera samples. Now back to the accessories. One of the cases I got was a silicone case in a navy color. It's my first time owning a silicone case, and this one has a nice feel to it. I was worried that it might feel cheap, but so far, the case feels premium and has a really soft feel to it. The phone fits in the case pretty snug, so you don't have to worry about loose sides or anything like that. The top and bottom lips are also raised, so setting your phone face down on a flat surface won't scratch your screen. The other case I bought was Samsung's frame case. I chose the option that comes with a clear back and the white back with a card sleeve. There's also a black option available. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of this case. Putting the case on is awkward because the back piece can easily move. And when you do want to take the case off, it's really difficult because the outer frame doesn't have much of a flex. Basically, prying off the case is a task, so I don't recommend this case to anyone. The last accessory I got is Samsung's new smart home hub. It's called the SmartThings station. It has two main functions. It's a wireless charger that can charge up to 15 watts, but it also doubles as a smart hub for smart devices that support Matter and Thread connectivity. I bought this mostly because I like the look of it as a wireless charger. I need to look more into the way the SmartThings hub works, since I do have a Samsung Smart TV and some smart tags that can connect to it. As for the cameras, I haven't had enough time to take a bunch of photos and videos, but I did want to include a few photos I did take. Samsung has really hyped up how powerful the S23 Ultra's new 200MP main sensor is, so I made sure to take a few photos in different lighting scenarios, and of course, I had to include some 50 and 200MP samples. The first photo is a 12MP shot. It's got the typical Samsung photo characteristics. a bit of saturation with lifted shadows. Moving on to the 50 megapixel photo shows more contrast and reminds me a bit of the look of the pixel photos. The 200 megapixel photo seems to have the same processing as a 50 megapixel shot. Even though megapixels aren't everything, it's still crazy that you can take 200 megapixel photos on a phone. The next two photos were shot using the Export RAW app. The first photo is a 12 megapixel RAW photo, and the most obvious thing to see is that the colors are less saturated compared to the photos shot in auto mode. The 50 megapixel RAW photo, on the other hand, has a brighter exposed look to it. Something to keep in mind with the 50 megapixel RAW photos are the file sizes. This photo clocked in at 230 megabytes, so make sure to only shoot RAW 50 megapixel shots for certain scenarios. I made sure to include other photos shot in auto mode in a short 4K sample video, so watch until the end so you don't miss them. So what are your thoughts on the Galaxy S23 Ultra so far? Did you pre-order one or are you planning to buy one later? Do you think the updates this year are enough to switch, especially if you're coming from the S23 Ultra? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to hit the like button if you thought this video was helpful. And if it's your first time watching my video, please subscribe for more content. I've got camera test videos lined up to see how well the S23 Ultra cameras perform against last year's S22 Ultra, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the Pixel 7 Pro. Thanks, y'all.